With the revealing of the PS4 Pro, the Xbox One S, and the Nintendo Switch, 2016 has been a big year for gaming consoles, and 2017 is probably going to be continuing that trend because Microsoft is bringing yet another console to the table. Hey, what's up everyone, CT and Technology News here, and in this video I'm going to be going over everything we know about Project Scorpio. So first off, what even is Project Scorpio? Well, it's basically a new Microsoft Games console in the Xbox One family with 4K and VR capabilities, and it's going to be coming out sometime in the holiday season of 2017. The cost is currently unknown, but it will likely be more than the Xbox One and Xbox One S. One analyst has predicted as low as $399 for the price, but I'm guessing that's the absolute minimum. This console is aiming to completely change the console experience by adding high-end VR on top of 4K and HDR game support. Microsoft hasn't released many specifics about the hardware that's going to be running inside Scorpio just yet, but what we do know is that this console is going to be insanely powerful. For instance, it's actually going to have 6 teraflops of graphical performance, and to put that in perspective, that's over 5 times more powerful than the Xbox One. Sure, it's still a fair amount less than Nvidia's just announced top-of-the-line GeForce GTX 1080 graphics card, but considering that high-quality VR only requires a GTX 970 to work properly, Project Scorpio shouldn't have any trouble providing Xbox gamers their first foray into virtual reality. The other advantage Scorpio has is that since Xbox One runs Windows, it'll be really easy for game developers to create games on both platforms. Microsoft is also promising that the console will be able to render visuals at 60Hz, which means silky smooth gameplay that syncs to your TV's refresh rate, although it is still unclear if both 4K games and VR will be able to run at 60Hz, since Microsoft could have just been talking about games in 1080p. It's also interesting to note that many VR headsets like the Oculus Rift operate at 90Hz to help combat motion sickness from any latency. Now, virtual reality is going to be one of the 2 big selling points of Project Scorpio, but for right now Microsoft doesn't have its own VR headset, and it won't even be developing its own for now. Yes, it has HoloLens, but that's for augmented reality and not VR, so instead Microsoft will use an existing VR headset like the Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, although for right now they haven't listed any specific headsets as being partners. The most logical choice here is probably the Oculus Rift, as Microsoft did partner with the Facebook-backed company earlier in the year to launch every headset with an Xbox One controller. Plus, a more unified platform between PCs and Xbox could make it easy on developers to port existing Rift games to Xbox One without any extra work. Here's the bad news though, since Project Scorpio doesn't come bundled with a VR headset, expect to spend an additional $600 to $800 for one. Now, one other important thing to know about the Scorpio is that all consoles in the Xbox One family, including the Scorpio and the One S, will be able to play from the same library of games. Scorpio will also support a select number of Xbox 360 games just like the Xbox One, but more powerful consoles like the Scorpio will feature better gaming experiences due to the more powerful components. What that means, for instance, is that Halo 5 can run at 1080p at 60 frames per second on the Xbox One, but the console often drops the resolution to maintain the buttery smooth frame rate. Project Scorpio won't need to drop the resolution in order to maintain that frame rate, since again it has insanely powerful hardware under the hood. Now, Microsoft again hasn't nailed down the exact price for the Xbox One Scorpio just yet, although they have dropped a couple hints at about what it's going to be costing. A little while ago, Phil Spencer gave an interview where he said, "We're not ready to announce anything right now, but you can imagine at the price point of Scorpio, which we haven't actually said, but think about consoles and where they live in terms of price point. Having something at 6 teraflops that will get millions of people buying it is very attractive to some of the VR companies that are out there already, and we've architected it such that something will be able to plug right in and work." If we take a look at what a VR-ready PC costs on the low end, that's about $800 to $900, and realistically, Project Scorpio is going to probably be around that price. That's a lot of money for a console, especially compared to the just announced Xbox One S, which costs $300 for the base model. But again, this is probably going more against gaming PCs than against any traditional console hardware. Microsoft would only be announcing this project so far in advance if they were really wanting people to get excited about it, and realistically that's probably what they're doing, just beginning to really hype out the Project Scorpio so they can push VR and push 4K and push really insane gaming experiences when it launches. But with that said, give me your opinions about the Scorpio in the comment section down below. Let me know if you're excited about Microsoft's upcoming console or if you think it's actually going to be worth its price. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.